can't convert a try, but it's an excellent finish here at the Sweethearts, running out 17 points to 5 victors over the Rucking Rabbits. And now this game is wrapped up, so we'll quickly take a short break and we'll see you soon. And welcome back to the call after our short break. We're in the youth boys division. That's 18s and under here on field 1 at NTRL. It's Casuarina running left to right in the navy with white trim against New South Wales Fiji in the traditional black and white of Fiji, and they're playing like it. They've been the dominant force so far. 2 massive wins to open their account, and Casuarina have a huge challenge to wrap up this mammoth Fijian side. With me in the commentary box for the call, Paul Healy and the Fijians. Paul, already on the front foot.
Yeah, look, I think they came into town yesterday, Lockie, and I saw them train. And as I said, these boys obviously been training a little while, because you can see their skill set's just fantastic. All the passes out in front, and there's the space and the try. And, you know, I think Casuarina are going to have a hard day at the office, because these boys can definitely play sevens, that's for sure. And they've got the support of the crowd, as always. No matter where you go in the world, there's contingent of Fiji supporters who just love it and make it real fun.
And that's the way of the world in Fiji. They've got the Fijian players on the $7 note. It's part of the religion. It's part of the fun. And they are 7 points up indeed. After just a minute and a half, they get the first score. A lovely conversion, but the try scorer, Lamima Saukuru, crosses over out wide. Excellent little interplay. And the Fijian boys having their restart. Probably a little deeper than they would have liked, not contestable, as Casuarina now look to attack down the left-hand side. And the first tackle broken nicely, and there's a bit of space for Casuarina to have a run now and stretch the legs. Good strong through contact is 15 for the Casuarina Cougars, but he's eventually dragged down about 55 metres away from the try line. But the boys in blue now have a chance to reset. 2 in the tackle, and really quick over the ball when New South Wales Fiji. Advantage not paid, but they will have the penalty to their name. So New South Wales Fiji, 2 minutes gone, 7-0 up against Casuarina Cougars. Will they look to the sideline for a bit of a set piece? Let's find out. Might be a sneaky tap, but no, they stick to their guns. They'll go to the sideline, and we'll see the first line out of the afternoon. Now, New South Wales Fiji, Paul, have been dominant throughout the start of this tournament. We had a 50 points to zip win over McKillop Saints. They had a 50 points to zip win over Palmerston, and already, after their bye in round 3, they are looking like racking up a cricket score here against Casuarina. Yeah, well, that's testament to the confidence they got. They took a penalty kick and kicked it to the sideline because they wanted to have a line out. So it hasn't gone their way now. The ball's gone forward, and Cougars are in contact there just over in between halfway and the 10-metre line. And obviously a penalty. There's a lot of penalties, as I said, Lockie, a lot of penalties today for not releasing and guys just having a crack at the ball and giving away penalties. And I guess they're confident enough to be able to defend it. But, you know, now Cougars are on the attack and kicking for touch, and great kick. There's a lovely nudge there. So Cougars now inside their attacking 22. Their first real opportunity of the afternoon against New South Wales Fiji. And the Cougars have had a bit of a mixed start to their campaign. They got up against Top End Tigers 24 points to 0 in round 3. They went down to McKillop Saints 27 points to 5 in round 2 and had the bye in round 1. So they're 1-1 with a big challenge now facing them against New South Wales Fiji. But already 4 minutes gone, and it's just been the one try. And the 2-man line-out works wonders for them as 14 skips out of that contact, and they'll look back down the blind. It's a stutter step, and it hasn't worked in their favour. With just a loose boot, finding the Fijians. smacking back the ball already. And what will be, it looks like it's going to be a scrum in favour of Casuarina, and they'll have an attacking opportunity about 28 metres out from the try line. Paul, you've seen a few of these Cougars boys in action. Who are a couple to keep an eye on from this side?
Yeah, there's Tomasi Eaton. I've actually, a few of the boys have had some dispensations to play up because they wanted to play in the Sevens tournament. So Tomasi Eaton, number 4. Tomasi did very well in the Barbarians game down south. There's a few guys out there. Jackson Tom's on the wing, and so a couple of the Fijian boys. So there's a few boys that will run on shortly that they'll make a difference, but they're obviously playing against some older boys. But as I said before, mate, it's about participation, and you want them to be playing footy. And they've got a good run here from the halfback, and they've got some space on the outside. They're trying to get to the space, which is good. Just their execution is letting them down because, as you said before, mate, they're probably a little bit fatigued, but they'll have a go. And the Fijian defence is really good. So.
And having a go is what Hoda Sevens is all about, as the referee finds his mark for holding on. Fiji now looking to go from right to left. Plenty of numbers spreading out, and they'll have the 3-on-2 as the game starts to open up for them. Casuarina holding on a lot longer than I gave him credit to begin with. I said a cricket score, but that might have been doing them an injustice. It's still 7-zip, and they'll have the ball now with just over a minute to play in this first half. So Casuarina holding on grimly maybe is more of a result of Fiji's handling errors. They've copped up 2 or 3 times, but there are some big bodies in that Fijian side that aren't really lacking laterally either.
No, that's the thing now. They're trying to get to the space which is on the outside, but it's the old adage, mate, isn't it? You've got to earn the right to go wide, and I think we're seeing some mistakes because we need to see the boys go forward and then identify the space out wide when the defence is under pressure, and that's why I think we're seeing so many errors because, look, they're just having a go and trying to make those passes stick, but sometimes it doesn't always work.
No, and it comes with experience and time, and we'll get a full 2 days in. Make sure you're coming down across the Sunday as well. Single pass entry is $20, $25 if you sneak down for the evening session and get yourself that weekend to pass. Kids 17 and under go free as well for the full tournament as Fiji find their offloading groove. And it will be number 3 running rampant out wide. It is Senetiki Sakuru who dots down under the sticks for a try just on the stroke of half-time. One of those killer blows in sevens just before the break. Just across on field 2 quickly, heading into a break just about. We've got McKillop Saints taking on the Top End Tigers. McKillop Saints look like they've just crossed for a second score, so they'll be up 10-0 at the break. And the referee also calls halftime here as the New South Wales Fijians take a 12-0 lead over Casuarina Cougars. We'll be back after a short break.
Can we get a representative from Darwin Dragons Black and Swamp Dogs Rugby Union under 14s to field 2 for the coin toss? And on field 1, can we please get Cougars under 14s and Darwin Dragons Yellow?
Welcome back to the call here. Second half underway between Casuarina Cougars and New South Wales Fiji in our youth division. That's our under-18 boys here at NTRL Field 1. I'm Lockie Gray, sorry. I gave you the middle name. That's strange.
Lockie Mark Gray.
And we're here with NT Pathways manager Paul Healy for the call. So far, it's been a bit of an attritional battle. A lot of errors and a lot of physicality from both sides. It's New South Wales Fiji 12 leading Casuarina 0, and that's quickly about to be 19 as New South Wales Fiji streak away on the counter-attack. It's number 9 yet again, causing mischief and havoc around the ruck, and he's got the legs to get all the way. That's how quickly New South Wales Fiji can punish it, Paul.
Yeah, that's the thing, mate. You miss a tackle in this game, especially, in a higher level, then it's shut the gate. These boys can definitely find space, and they definitely know where the try line is. And you even know in the higher level with the Fiji boys in the sevens, and once you miss a tackle, then they're good finishes, and that's shut the gate. So I just want to mention the Fijian boy who's run on here, number 12, Isai Bari, is a boy from Darwin, actually, who went to Townsville on a scholarship and then found himself going to school in New South Wales, and obviously he knows all these boys because he played for Casuarina Cougars only season before last, and looks like the big man's going to score a try, and referee's probably going to talk to the touch judge. But I would say there was downward pressure there, Lockie, and that's a great effort if that's the case. No TMO. I don't know if there's a replay, but the ref is probably saying that if it's not a try, he's going back for a penalty. So, be interesting conversation there, mate.
Yeah, certainly a good way to introduce
himself.
himself.
Looks a try to me, but penalty try. Oh no, try. Yeah, so just on Isai, he's back just with the Fijian boys. So he went down to Sydney to go to school, and his dad Manasseh Bari played for Fiji, and he also played for the Waikato Chiefs in Super Rugby way back in the day. And Manasseh's here, and he lives in Darwin with his wife and a few other kids. So his father was quite a good rugby player, so he's a big kid, and if he focuses on where he wants to go with his rugby, he could be anything.
Yeah, strong introduction there. Comes straight off the bench and scores from the kickoff. Impressive start from Isai Bari, and an impressive start to the half from the New South Wales Fijians. They kicked deep after a pretty impressive conversion from Matt White to take the score to 26 points to 0. But Casuarina, they've certainly been willing. If they haven't been able to execute, you can't fault them for effort as they launch another attacking raid from 30 metres out from their own try line. Bust through the first tackle. It's going to take 2 to bring the big fella down. It might even take 3 as he charges up 10 metres, but New South Wales Fiji on that ball, quick as a flash, and they'll take it quickly again, looking to find that space to the right, offloading again in the tackle, and that's been the difference as Poliasi Serevi skips out of the tackle and waltzes over for try number 5 for New South Wales Fiji. A bit of one-way traffic here at the start of this second half. For Casuarina, at least they're chancing their arm here. Gently dotted down.
Yeah. The Fijian boys are starting to get in their groove, Lockie. They've had 2 or 3 games so far now, and they've made a few changes that have made a bit of difference, and Cougars have made a few changes that sort of interrupted their momentum a little bit, I think. So, but they'll never give up, and they'll keep having a crack. And as I said, Isai Bari's playing against a lot of his old teammates out here. So, and a few boys, as I mentioned, that were in our under-16 Barbarians program to go down to Brisbane last week. So, the boys can play footy. It's just sevens sometimes, a little bit of a different game, and obviously it takes a toll on your body. And there's Tamasi Eaton. Tamasi's a second rower. He's a good ball player and offloads the ball to James Watt, James is one of the boys that went down as well. And these are Cougars players that will to start the season for Casuarina in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So they're getting a bit of game time under their belt and having to play around with the ball, because obviously sevens is better than a training run, I guess. But
well, there's no better pre-season fitness than running around on the sevens field, Paul. It'll test your lungs in every which way. But it looks like we've got the double blow whistle here, and we might see someone back in the bin. Yes, it is. Slapping the ball away. And there he is after a quick foray into the try scoring in the highlights reel. It is our man from Darwin, returned Issei Bari, who gets sent to the bin as Casuarina launch a fresh attack from 40 metres out. They put the ball to the toe, but that's rarely the go. Oh, no, that's Issei Bari still on the field. It was number 11 who was taken away, but a brilliant run-down tackle from number 15.
Jackson Toms, another one of the boys that played in the rep program this year with us when we went to Southern States.
That was all heart, that tackle. That's an excellent chase down. One of the better defensive plays we've seen all day. And Casuarina rewarded. They'll get the scrum about 20 metres out from their own line. Certainly playing with all heart, Casuarina Cougars, but a couple of games to come on this field. We're still running all the way through to 8:20 p.m. tonight, so stay with us. And if you're a Cougars fan, a good time to be down here. We'll have plenty more of your ilk on the field over the coming minutes. We've got Casuarina against New South Wales Fijians in the under-16s coming up, and then the Casuarina Cougars will also play under-14s against the Dragons side. Then we're back to the men's for a little while here on Pool B. We'll have Compassion Warriors against the MSJ Raiders, Do Your Sana against the Swampies, Bad Bunnies against Uni Big Bones, and then we return to our women's to round out the day with Casuarina Cougars against Sweethearts and Billawarra looking for a bit of redemption against Darwin Dragons, both of whom would be stinging after a couple of losses to the Amazon. So plenty of rugby to come here on Field 1, and over on Field 2 there's still plenty to play for. Currently we've got McKillop Saints against the Top End Tigers, but they'll also be taking on Swamp Dogs in the 16s, Dragons v Swampies in 14s, and then Fat Salties v Northern Marlins, Tabadamu v Northern Sharks, and then Central Australian Fijians against the Croc Sevens. Field 2 will round out at 8 o'clock with the Ruckin Rabbits against Lillian Amazon. So plenty of footy to come. Make sure you stick around if you've got your Saturday tickets, or even pop down for these final 2 hours or so. Enjoy a bit of a cooler breeze down there, get a couple of cold ones in you, and enjoy the first evening of our hottest sevens action here. As New South Wales Fiji look to spread the ball wide in overtime, it is the man we talked about before, Issei Bari, looking left, looking right, and he decides to stick with left as the boys try and reset for a final salvo. Beats the first tackle. There's Bari tossing away defenders for fun. He'll take the 2 to bring him down, eventually wrestled as number 9 looks to the goosey. Dancing feet there from Masasi Finau. Eventually brought to ground, but a loose offload could cost them as Casuarina hunt. They hunt for a well-deserved try, and it's been put on the toe. Unfortunately, 13 hasn't got the pace, but he might not need it. The ball bouncing around like a pinball. And it will go dead with the final act, we believe, of this game, and the referee calls it so. So it's going to be New South Wales Fiji 31 defeating Casuarina Cougars. No score, and the under-18s youth boys division. Smiles and handshakes all round, and we'll take a short break here in the commentary box. Lockie Gray and Paul Healy with you, and we'll be back shortly.